Hey everyone, James Niggemeyer here. Thank you for tuning back into my YouTube channel. I want to share a quick tip or trick with you that I think can really help you guys save not only a lot of time and a lot of money, but also catch you some fish in a situation that a lot of guys might be faced with. One of the most popular ways to catch bass these days is with what they call a Midwest rig or a Ned rig. And it's just a short little piece of plastic like this. And this actually has that Elastec type stuff on a little open jig head. So it's an open hooked jig head, just like that. And this works really well at getting bites from largemouth, smallmouth, spotted bass, heavy fishing pressure situations on light 6, 8, 10-pound test line, clearer waters, sparse cover. But even in that, because of the open hook, it has a tendency to want to get hung up. I've got a little tip or trick for you that I experimented with last year, and it's really just a modification to this very technique that I've found to work really well because I fish Lake Fork quite a bit. As you know, I do a little bit of guiding up there. What I found was when you throw a type of open hook type technique like this, there's just so much timber in the lake. A lot of lay down trees, trees have fallen into the water, sunk to the bottom. There's just a lot of stuff in there, a lot of cover. So with my Ned rig type baits, this is called a Ned Ocho by Strike King, and also with your Strike King Zero, which also has the Elastec type formula, I found a way to rig these guys so that I'm not getting hung up and I can fish this thing in some of the most, the more heavier cover that you'd want to throw 6, 8, 10-pound test finesse type techniques with. First, a couple rigging tips. So you can take this Strike King Zero, which has the Elastec formula, and just cut it right below the egg sac, about like that. And then one of the things that's unique about the Elastec formula is it floats. So when it's on the bottom, that tail it stands in a tail up kind of a position, and that gets the fish's attention as opposed to it laying down. It looks like it's something rooting around like a crawfish or something down on the bottom, the tail sticking up. But when you have salt in it like it comes with, that makes it sink. So what you can do is you can kind of pull this thing, and when you're pulling it, a lot of the salt is coming out. Just kind of let it snap back, and a lot of that salt is coming out. And that, once you remove the salt, it makes it more opaque. But once you put it in the water, it'll kind of restore the color a little bit. But now this is going to be more apt to float. But again, the challenge here that I'm going to address is the open hook gets hung up in heavier cover. And that's when the Owner Ultra Head Finesse football comes into play. And it's got a really light wire hook, but like an offset extra wide gap. And it's a lighter wire hook, a smaller hook. This one's a 2/0. But I can go ahead and Texas rig this guy just like you would any other Texas rig bait and fish it in and around cover without getting hung up nearly as bad as an open hook type scenario. And then I'm just going to Texpose it just like that. What I have is I have a bait and a presentation that is very effective at catching inactive bass in heavy fishing pressure situations that you would say would get hung up more in those type of heavier covers, grass, weeds, rocks, different things like this. This guy will pull right through it. I started playing with this last year and gone on a pretty good bite one guide trip. About this time of year, May, June type time frame. This is an actual 1/8 ounce. They come in a 3/16 ounce also. And I was just throwing it out and just dragging it back. And I caught one almost 6 pounds. So the lighter wire hook will hold them. And it's just a great way. This is just a tip or trick that'll help you get around the open hook scenario. And you can use it for whatever one you like. I've caught some really nice fish on the Ned Ocho, which has some ribs here, a little different look, a little different feel. You can just rig this guy up just the same. And it's just, again, it's just like Texas rigging anything else. You just rig it like you would any other Texas rig. Find out, measure it, find out where it's going to go in, pop out, and you can just Texpose it like this. If you like fishing a Ned type or Midwest rig, This little tip will help you lose less baits, be more efficient on the water, and enable you to throw this thing in and around heavier cover where you wouldn't want to throw that type of an open hook style presentation. So that's it for now, guys. Thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And thanks for watching. Please go ahead and share it with friends on your social media channel. And I know if you fish finesse type presentations, you'll find this a valuable tip that'll actually help you lose less baits, be more efficient, and catch more bass. Thanks for watching, and until next time, good fishing.